Hi everyone, my name is Miranda Rodriguez from Marketing for the Uninhibited, and I help makers, creatives, and artists take control of their marketing so they can achieve their business goals. If you're wondering why your paid ads aren't working or why no one's engaging with your Instagram post or why people aren't opening your emails and they're just getting deleted every week or every month, I'm here to tell you that it's no secret that your messaging isn't working. And messaging is something that's constantly being developed as part of your marketing strategy in your business. And it's a tricky thing to figure out because messaging has to do entirely with the person at the other end of the line, right? The person who's engaging, that you want to engage with your communication or that you want to speak to through your communication. And I think the key word there is communication. Oftentimes we forget that we are communicating with someone else rather than just checking off our to-do list like, yes, I posted on Instagram today, or yes, I got my email out this month. So last week we covered Marketing 101. If you haven't watched that yet, you're going to want to stop here and go back and watch that and do the activities, because we're really going to take what you did in Marketing 101, that foundation, and build on it this week in order to really tap into that target audience. So we all have good and bad examples of messaging, right? Like, have you ever opened an email or read an Instagram caption that you felt like they were speaking to you directly, even though you know that person probably has hundreds, if not thousands, of people on their email list? That's good messaging. And then on the flip side, you've probably been watching a YouTube video and been interrupted by some obnoxious ad, and you just like count down the seconds until you can hit skip ad. That's poor messaging, because you're not interested in poor messaging and poor targeting, because you are not interested in what that person is saying, but that's popping up for you anyway. So if you're like me, when you see people that are really good at what they do, like they've mastered the art of, in this case we're talking about target messaging, then you get curious about it. How are they doing what they're doing? How do I feel like this person is speaking directly to me? I mean, that's amazing, and that's a really powerful tool, because when you've tapped into that, now you're onto something with your target audience. You've got their attention, they're listening to you, they're building trust with you, and these are the things that we're working towards when it comes to marketing. So how exactly do they do that? That's with empathy. So empathy is the act of understanding, being aware of, being sensitive to, and vicariously experiencing the feelings, thoughts, and experiences of another person. Seems pretty straightforward, right? Wrong! We get this so wrong. All of us. I do too. I'm guilty of it. So many people miss the boat when it comes to empathy-based marketing because we're so busy just trying to check off that to-do list and get through our day. So how do we create empathy-based marketing? How do we get good at target messaging? Number one is to identify your target audience. Last week's video. So again, if you haven't watched that, you're going to want to go do that now. And then this means actually saying no to most people so that you can say yes to a select few. So you really have to get comfortable with your target audience, not only comfortable with them, but commit to them so that you are comfortable saying no to those who don't fall into that category. This also means accepting the fact that your product or service isn't for everyone. And if you are trying to please everyone, you'd fail at that. That's impossible. So for now, just focus on that super small niche and focus on that super small target audience and getting to know them and inside their head. So number one is identify your target audience, and then number two is getting to know your target audience. So what story are they telling themselves about the problem you're trying to solve for them? A good way to do this is to think back to the initial conversation your client or your customers had with you before they were even paying you. What were the pain points they were just organically articulating? What made them email you that day? What made them pick up the phone and call you? I don't know, this is in 1995, but anyway, maybe they called you. Or text you or send you a message on social media. So really pay attention to that and figure out what their pain points are, and then reiterate those pain points to them using their own words. And then understand again who you're not working with. So number one, identify your target audience. Number two, get to know your target audience. Number three, focus on building trust. So now you're really starting to tap into who your target audience is. Like, who is the person at the other end of this line? And now, how do you connect with them? Trust is earned, and so is your money. So if you expect people to just pay you, without knowing what you stand for, you're crazy, because you wouldn't do that, right? Like, how often do you give money to a product or service that you don't have some sort of relationship with upfront? It's pretty rare these days. And even if that relationship is just through social media, right? Like, you see them posting, you're engaging, that type of interaction. So we have a lot of ways to build relationships now, and that means also building trust. So number 3, focus on building trust. And then number 4, be patient. If you're looking to build a sustainable and trustworthy brand, you really, really have to be patient, because we all know, building trust takes time. And figuring out your messaging in order to start building that trust also takes time. So take it easy on yourself, relax a little bit, play with it. You're gonna fail. Just figure it out. Just keep trying. So in order to have more empathetic marketing, you need to 1, identify your target audience, 2, really get to know them, research them, listen to podcasts, go to where they are online and in person, figure out like what their pain points are, what they're thinking about, what do they worry about at night, and then focus on building trust, and then be patient. So as you know, if you followed me, I love Yoga with Adrienne. She does free yoga videos on YouTube once a week, and she's been doing this for about 6 years now. At this point, I think she has over 5 million YouTube subscribers. But in the beginning, it took 3 years for her to cross that 100 subscriber threshold on YouTube. So 3 years of putting out a video every single week on YouTube, a free video. And then she crossed that threshold, and now, of course, she has a very successful business and community that she's created. So be patient with yourself. We're pretty much halfway through 2019 at this point, and that's why we're going through your marketing basics and then marketing fundamentals this month, so that you can readjust and reevaluate. And if you're getting stuck, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook, or send me a message through my website. I'd be happy to talk to you about this, marketinguninhibited.com. And I'll be back here next week with another Marketing Monday tip. Have a kick-ass week, everyone. Bye-bye.